Thank you.
Are we allowed to have this many people?
Not so. You should. There should only be.
Well, what is the limit to the maximum number of delegates per group?
Should we ask the chair?
Go for it. Sorry, I didn't notice that he left. Head chair, can you hear me?
Hey, can you guys stop using the microphone?
Is it just me that has the like
think
vibrations
it's-
and stuff? I don't
I
know.
think it's live stream right now, so like try to mute the admin's computer sound on Zoom, then I think that should fix the problem.
Hello, is my microphone working?
Yes.
Oh,
That's fine now.
so how are we doing the groups right now? Just to clarify, Sudan's stance is that doesn't really support the Ethiopian government at this time. However, Sudan does believe that the people in Tigray should have humanitarian aid, and that's kind of the gist of it. But then Sudan is also open towards like other forms of aid if it's necessary.
To clarify China stands in pretty much the same position as Russia. We think it's a domestic problem. We don't think it's like a problem that the foreign nations should like come in and do sanctions. But we are do any support if the Ethiopian government requires us to do it.
We also believe that sanctions are unnecessary, but Turkey's stance is really trying to boost the economy of Ethiopia by both ending the war and obviously putting the civilians' well-being, which is really important. So we support humanitarian aid, but we are really emphasizing on the issue that many countries are not providing economic aid and are even placing sanctions on Ethiopia.
I should remind to everyone that there should not be this much delegates in one lobby and merge group.
Head chair, can you hear me? Head chair, okay. May this delegate ask a question, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
What is the maximum number of delegates per group so that the delegates can know how to properly group ourselves?
As the number is 11 delegates, it should be 4 in one group, 4 in other group, and 3 in the third group.
Many countries currently have the okay. It's just many countries currently have the same stance, so that's what we will try to split ourselves up. But quite a lot of countries have the same
I think
stance.
you can split the countries. So
Right. Head chair has directed us to split ourselves. So
Who's joining Russia?
Yeah,
okay,
how about
I think
this? If you guys agree to China's One Belt and Road Initiative, like join us.
I would be joining China.
Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
Currently in this
Maybe it's
circle,
fine if you just
in this
fine. Maybe just call me this evening, say at 8 o'clock.
this people who are okay, so countries delegates who are willing to give both humanitarian and economic aid to Ethiopia and Tigray, please move to the left. And if you are only in favor of providing humanitarian aid and feel like it's, as a few delegates have said, it's a domestic problem and foreign countries should not interfere, please move to the right. So we'll try to split this as the head chair has recommended us to do so.
I think you might be on the right because your stance is pretty similar to Russia, like it's a domestic problem.
What if I believe that it's a domestic problem, but we can put actually money into it?
Yeah, it's not necessary. Like Russia does support the Ethiopian government, right?
Hmm.
But they're just saying like foreign nations shouldn't like get involved on like the Tigray rebel side specifically, but more importantly, not like provide arms or anything to like perpetuate the war. So they should instead be making peace. But Russia also calls for people to like calls for nations to like stand behind Ethiopia.
Okay, then I'll be with Russia then.
I think I can be with Russia too, because Turkey has called for ceasefire at the end of 2021, so I think we have a similar stance.
Same as North Korea, because North Korea usually has similar stance with China and Russia. They also believe that Ethiopia should, get support.
Okay, so just to clarify, Russia, China, North Korea, and Turkey were willing to provide economic aid,
Yes.
or is Russia's stance that just call for ceasefire and
I mean, Russia has been like signing accords with Ethiopia and Nigeria, right? Like with Ethiopia, they signed military support, not
Leave
If I
for just
remember
move
correctly,
into.
the United Kingdom also called for
Mhm.
like some sort of solution to the problems like of like the warfare as well. So, do I go on the left or right?
Does your country care about the human rights situation that's happening there?
Oh, I think we were rather just donating, like, not in favor of human rights, but rather to solve the financial issue.
yeah, I see the United Kingdom has provided both economic and humanitarian aid to Ethiopia, so
Okay.
I think we
Should I
could group
go to the
together.
right?
Yeah, I think this group of countries we could move to lobby and merge one, maybe.
All right.
All right.
Then Denmark, what are your stances?
So the main goal of Denmark is just to provide humanitarian aid, so basically like food and medical supplies to the victims in Tigray. We are not dealing with like financial support, rather just like the support in terms of resources.
Okay. Where did France go?
Oh my god, did they just all move?
So like the kind of situation that Sudan is in is that Sudan isn't really on good terms with the Ethiopian government due to other issues. So like kind of I think it's similar to your stance about humanitarian aid. I don't really know what kind of stance.
Or the Tigray state in any form.
yeah, that's related to Russia's stance. So that aligns.
Yeah, that aligns. All right. Just make things clear.
And also there is many delegates over here that shouldn't be allowed.
Does your country care about the human rights over here? Because our country
So if
don't.
you care about human rights and the financial issues as well, just stay here.
Okay. And over here is financial.
Yeah.
Lobby and Merge 2 is only humanitarian. I've heard Sudan, Denmark, at least I've heard those two countries saying that you're willing to mainly focus on the humanitarian situation in Tigray.
If your country like is concerned with the Ethiopian situation of the human rights, we advise you that to go to lobbying merge too, because our country doesn't really care about the human rights, to be honest.
To put it bluntly, Turkey's viewpoint is we only want to revive the Ethiopian and Tigray economy because we're the second largest investor in Ethiopia, right after China.
Yep.
So we are all about the economy here, just to
Yep.
make that clear. The human rights situation, please to move to the lobby and merge too, so we don't overcrowd.
If your country has actually like brought up a problem saying that the human rights issue there is a human rights issue and the money spent is going on to the wrong direction, I am sure that this is not a place that you want to be in here. Because China's actually funding the Ethiopian government with weapons. And
Yes,
that's also
Turkey has stopped, but we used to fund drones. We used to sell drones to Ethiopia during the early stages of this conflict. So the current delegations in this lobby is Turkey, China, Russia, United Kingdom, North Korea, and France. Is that correct?
yes.
Yeah, I believe it is.
France, may you clarify your stance? Is France's
I'm not
stance?
sure which lobby I should be on right now, so I'll just clarify my stance once again. So, of course, first and foremost, we do support humanitarian aid efforts, as I've stated previously. We used to provide what was it? Military support for Ethiopia, but that has been halted since I think August of 2021. I don't know. I don't think that France personally pushed for it, but the European Union used to push for sanctions back in November and December, but efforts there were futile and they were unsuccessful, and no more effort has been made since. And so our latest stance is just that we support humanitarian efforts on in Ethiopia and to provide the people there. I don't think we have pushed for any more sanctions since.
I think, like the way you explained it, that means France should go to lobbying and merge too, because that more focuses like this group, like Turkey, China, North Korea, Russia, focus more on like supporting Ethiopia itself, right? Like Russia has recently signed the September of 2021 military cooperation accords with Ethiopia. So these are like the very pro-Ethiopian countries.
All right, I see.
And focusing on the Ethiopian economy. So reviving the Ethiopian economy and
Yeah, I think France's stance is just on the people themselves, just on the people to Tigray region.
okay. Understood.
And considering that United Kingdom is in favor of helping humanitarian solutions, should France and United Kingdom go to merge too?
Yes.
All right. Peace.
I think we're good now, right?
Yes, I think we've isolated countries.
We kind of isolated ourselves, actually, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's like what they've always been doing.
Okay, guys. Email me your email. No, not email me. Direct message me your email. North Korea, I will send you the document again.
No, I already got the document. I'm in the document.
No, I actually kicked you out because I didn't know. But like, just wait.
Government to cooperate with WHO and the United Nations to help the hospitals.
All right, so it seems that most of us are focusing on humanitarian aid, so I think it's right that we stay here.
Yeah.
All right.
Should we create a shared Google Doc or?
Yeah, sure. Wait, who's gonna make it?
Is there a way to create like a separate group chat for Lobby at Merge 2 only?
Hold on. Do you guys like want to make a Discord chat or something? I don't know.
Oh, so about Discord, I tried to create an account, but for some reason it kept on getting disabled like 2 seconds after I created.
Group, but instead of that, you can use the invite button in special chat itself by entering the email.
So can you guys wait? I'll send my email to someone and you can like invite me, I guess. I don't know.
Who's creating the shared document?
I don't really know how to. Wait.
I think we should just use the invite then.
How did you quit MUN?
Chat or?
I don't know. MUN's not for me. I don't think so. No. I didn't participate anymore. I just want to try it out and see. Okay, that's fair. Had you done it in years past? No, it was like first time.
My computer's pretty bad, so I don't think I can.
I'll
My
try
computer's
inviting then.
just like bare bones right now. So.
I'll invite people. Could you all please type your email into the chat?
As I'm teaching today, I'm watching the MUN conference that's happening over at UNIS.
Wait.
Is it happening right now? Yeah. They're getting like 0.01% of my attention, at least until I'm done with your class.
Should we make the doc for now?
Yeah, I'll try making a Google Doc.
Yeah,
then.
sounds good.
All right.
Go to the improvement panel, send him the doc, and then should be good, right? Okay. See you guys.
Do we put our countries' names up at the top, submitted by, or will it be main submitter and then also co-submitters?
It's divided into main and the co-submitter.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Who's gonna be the main submitter? I think North Korea shouldn't be the main submitter because North Korea is kind of a weak nation.
Think.
Will it be China if China invests the most?
Yeah, China seems to invest the most.
Yeah, I think it should be China as well.
Yeah, because we
Okay.
Turkey can only defend China so much, but we're not the biggest investor.
Let's first work on the resolution. Like, how about guys, let's comment on each clause and see what we can change. And let's change it.
Excuse me, lobby and merge one. Did you guys make the solution?
We're working on it. We'll contact you after we finish it.
Ah, I see.
Anything else, like, please, like, put it in. Okay, so Denmark, your clause, I think it can be merged with one of my clauses about direct aid.
Which number is it?
I think it's clause 3. Yeah, I could
Oh, you wrote about medical assistance.
Yeah, like, so I think you could try merging it together. So what I wrote is kind of like, it was a little rushed, so it's not very detailed. So I think we could like put yours in there.
Wait, I don't know if I'm wrong, but for operative clause number 2, subclause A, wouldn't that contradict with the
Sudan, which block are you representing?
The what? Hello?
With France? Yeah.
Hello? Okay, so for 2A, so I was trying to address the issue that the Ethiopian government is currently blocking all aid towards Tigray. So
see, but you have Turkey
I
and
couldn't think of a lot of like ways to pressure them or convince them into opening up aid routes. So like the solutions that I thought of was probably freezing financial aid, which might pressure them, but I'm not so sure about that either. So like please suggest ways to open up aid routes, or we could like in subclause C, I wrote to explore other methods of sending aid. So maybe we could just like totally lean in that direction and not try to have the Ethiopian government open up.
So what you're saying is that you're gonna sanction the government but give money to the civilians, right?
Well, kind of. The civilians in Tigray are currently unable to receive any aid from like anything that goes to the Ethiopian government because they're just blocking everything.
Yeah, we already do have 5 members. Like Sudan is just visiting us.
So I'm willing to edit. So just like, should we?
Yeah.
Instead of trying to pressure the Ethiopian government to open it, should we try to like just hold more conferences and try to?
I feel like
a
peaceful like conference where like they try to like resolve the issue would be better. I don't know.
So I'll delete the first 3 subclauses. So
yeah,
I'll just have this holding conferences with the Ethiopian government to find a towards the Tigray region. Yeah, and 2B is for about like collaborating with the TPLF and groups that are currently looting the aid that are coming in from their direction. So if we could get that and have some other methods, then I think that'll also be okay.
yeah. Wait, do you guys know when the approval panel closes?
I have no idea. On the schedule, it says that the approval panel opens at 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
That's what the schedule says.
Yeah. I'm sorry, is that confusing because the time is different in Korea?
Oh, I'm in Shanghai right now, so the time is also different.
Oh.
So 1 p.m. Hanoi time.
I think it would be like 3 for me. I don't know though.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I think it's 3 for Korea because it's 2 for China. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we okay with clause 1 and 2 then?
I'd say that 1 is good because maybe you could add like a subclause or something. I don't know.
I didn't really know how to like do it. House right, immediate ceasefire. We could kind of just hand it off to UNSC and hope that they can take care of it.
What I mean by calling for a ceasefire between all involved parties, like what I mean by parties.
Oh, like people that have like stakes in it. So basically means like Ethiopian government and rebel groups. Okay, hang on.
How will that be achieved? Like that's like a very complex issue, right? Because the conflict has been like deep-rooted since
But then
like,
I think
very
a
long time
ceasefire
ago.
is really necessary, so we could call for it, and maybe it won't happen, but there will be efforts, I guess.
That ceasefire.
Yeah, and I think the ceasefire is really necessary for any aid to actually get in there, because if there is a lot of fighting, then humanitarian assistance would be blocked anyways. So
Yeah, I think we have to add like sub-clauses because it needs
okay.
to be more
Yeah,
specific.
I feel like it should be a little more specific.
Okay, so let's make a note of that. Hang on. Add a comment.
The delegate of France and the delegate of United Kingdom in their operative clauses and preambulatory clauses.
Wait, what?
Did you guys write down your like stance on the document, like what your plan? Because I see that Sudan, the delegate of Sudan has already pasted her operative clauses.
I think like a lot of the other countries that, like primarily a lot of the other Central European countries are so apprehensive about sanctioning in that like the gas and oil and everything. So I think, yeah, I think it's really possible to have a neutral party here, especially since like in the opening speeches we already heard that countries are different opinions on NATO support and everything. So I think like the easiest way.
So Don, can you just mute your microphone a bit? And Denmark, can you restate your question?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
That's loud and clear.
Oh, okay, so did you guys paste in your operative clauses to the document?
I don't have any.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Sorry.
I don't think I have any additional to add in here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
So can we move on to reviewing other clauses? I made a comment on clause 1, so we can return to it. And so, clause 2, is everybody okay?
Clause 2 should be fine, I think.
Okay, clause 3 is about direct aid. So,
2 can be merged with clause 6 because it's about opening the routes for the aid convoys to get through, right? So that the
Clause
humanitarian
2 and 6. Alright.
Because it's about delivering goods to the communities, right? And opening the routes.
okay, let's add it as a subclause. D. Why is it? So, facilitate the transportation.
Okay, so as now, yeah, no,
Announcement for every group that in 18 minutes we will be going to the lunch break. So the lunch break will start from 12 and the lunch break will last 1 hour, which will resume from 1 o'clock. And from 1 o'clock, the approval panel will be open.
is it okay if they should join the more neutral bloc and
But do we have to?
have to really speak on sanctions at all? Like it should be okay given your current state. Like I'm assuming that all the countries in that bloc will have different
Oh.
expense.
Should I add the chairs?
So I think like it shouldn't affect your.
Oh, the chairs? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it would make more sense for us to split it up that way. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So not about the format anymore. Regarding the content of clause 3, is there anything that you should fix or add?
Clause 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, I think it should be fine. I don't see.
Anything
I don't know.
anybody wants to add?
In the way that we said for now, and then we can generally offer help to one another if that we still have a
Okay, so let's look at clause 4 then. So for clause 4, so it's not direct aid, but it's more like investment into infrastructure in the Tigray region. Kind of like creating more facilities as like seeing that Ethiopian government is cutting them off.
Should we remove the LADCs from this again?
Okay.
Yeah.
Not so much, I think it's good.
Yeah, I'd say everything else is okay as well.
I mean, it's okay. Generally, let's just focus on ops for now because, in my experience, no one really.
So clause 5, I think we should merge into clause 3. So
That is true.
I think clause 3 already kind of covers clause 5's content.
Yeah.
So let's delete it. I think we need a few more clauses though. It's those kind of. Are there any other ideas that could be a clause?
The chair would like to remind delegates to send their resolution draft before going to lunch. Thank you.
I think we can also draw a line between.
Before 1 p.m.
We should try to think of a. So I think our priorities right now are adding more detail to clause 1 and looking to see if there's any other new clauses that we might be able to add.
Yeah.
Should we add something about refugee camps maybe? Like,
maybe we should. I think so.
So was upon the UNHCR and then and NEDCs to build refugee camps.
Yeah, so I think ideologically they're very, very similar, right? So we can definitely still control the military if that's like the main concern. But I think like
What can be some
the line
sub
that we're
clauses that we can add to refugee camps? Providing food and water.
The vision that like is happening currently is that we're having countries that are like
Where should we build
and we're
camps in Ethiopia?
In one block and the other one's in another block. We can definitely help you guys with the reso because you guys don't have to start on it.
Building refugee camps in
More or less true, but like
in neighboring countries.
It's not a crux of the separation. Really, it's kind of operating on a spectrum because we need a good amount of people in one block and a good amount of people in the other. And in comparison to everyone else, US is probably most okay with like a physical separation from. But if you have like any issues or if you need any help because you have more issues on the reso, we can just easily
Sudan, South Sudan, Kenya.
Yeah, so I think like currently, I think what that reso is likely to look like is just you guys will focus more on welfare and pay for yourself and sort of isolate yourself from like the global climate of the issue. So, yeah, so likely stuff like humanitarian aid and general practice, that's one, but also like protecting, yeah, protecting the oil reserves, I guess. That seems like a weird stakeholder that I think is good. So can we just have them be in the main meeting room if they were doing that right now? Oh, right, I forgot about it. Okay. Yeah, sure. I think like the three of us.
But like Saudi Arabia's mortal enemy was like one of the submitters of that resolution. They like hate each other. I can't remember if it's Iraq or Iran. I think it might be Iraq, but like it would be stupid to stick to that resolution. It's never gonna float.
Yeah.
God.
Looking at operative clauses 4 and operative clauses 6, could we merge those two together, 4 and 6? 4 basically urges all member nations to not interfere with the war, and 6 is, abstaining from supporting the Tigray rebel militias. And oh wait, sorry, but doesn't that go? It says to not interfere with the war,
I
saying
think
that
we should probably strike.
Ethiopia's it's capable of handling the situation. 6 says that to support the Ethiopian government.
I think we should probably. God, this is confusing.
The way I understand it is 4 is saying that don't interfere. Any foreign interference will damage the chances of creating peace. Well, 6 says that so to get peace, we have to support the Ethiopian government, and I feel that kind of goes like against each other. So
we should probably strike 6 then, because
strike 6 is that. Does that align with all of these of our countries' standpoints?
I mean, it technically aligns with Russia. Like publicly, they basically say there should be no foreign intervention. Well, privately, they might be investing in Ethiopia, but obviously they're not going to admit like that they themselves are providing foreign aid in Ethiopia. They're just like publicly they say that no one should get involved like at all, except to make peace between the two nations. So I think we should.
I think we are the things that Turkey is actually providing drones and stuff for.
Yeah, so maybe, but I think in general we should probably strike clause 6 because it's a bit
I
aggressive.
actually feel like clause 4 we might have to strike because Turkey is actually playing a part. We're actually militarily supporting Ethiopia, but we could keep the first part of clause 6 that says all nations eschew, which is abstain support for Tigray rebel militias, as it is the best way, and then we could delete the provide support for Ethiopian government, so we could kind of hide Turkey's and then we could hide Turkey's dirty work behind the scenes.
I think Russia and China is also supporting the Ethiopian government.
An announcement for all delegates that in 2 minutes we will go to lunch break.
Discuss it after lunch break. We have
Alright.
time.
Yeah, I've just deleted the provide support for Ethiopian government in clause 6.
Yeah, what should we do about
Okay.
clause 4?
Clause 4, do you want to delete it or?
Can we put out the part like all member nations should not interfere in the war, but like as far as we know, like China's funding the military stuff, Russia's also.
Turkey is.
Yeah, Turkey's also.
Turkey is.
So let's put the part out where the all member nations to not interfere, or we can word it as all nation states except for the nations that has been asked by the Ethiopian government.
Wait, I think we can make it vague.
I mean, Turkey approached Ethiopia actually.
Yeah, and we can make it sort of vague because instead of all member nations, we just say member nations, right? Because then it doesn't specifically say which ones.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
I mean, if we say member nations, then I feel it's still referring to all member nations.
Are we?
I mean, you can argue that, if someone brings up this point that Turkey is supporting Ethiopia, right? Just say that member nations does not necessarily mean all member nations, right? Because if you leave it vague, you can basically do with it what you want.
Right. If we keep clause 4, then can we delete this part? Because it kind of goes against Turkey's standpoint because Turkey thinks that Ethiopia is a weak country and Turkey has to babysit them.
All right, we can maybe delete that because it still aligns with Russia and China's
Yeah.
stance.
Yeah, okay.
Foreign inference and any foreign inference could damage the chance of peace. How about like any foreign financial wait? How do we word this? Or let's just talk about it
Financial.
after lunch. It's 12:01.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
go
talk
lunch.
after lunch. Okay, guys, have a great lunch. Bye.
See you guys.
See you guys.
So you can go to your lunch break.